Our friend C. Mark Warren from Chattanooga's preeminent law firm Warren and Griffin here joining us to talk about a very serious subject. Typically, we joke around a lot, and we probably will here a little bit this morning, but we're talking about the 100 deadliest days of summer.
Morning, Chip.
And you know it's a serious subject when Mark comes in this time of the morning.
Absolutely.
Thanks for spending a few minutes with us.
Thanks for having me.
100 deadliest days of summer is
from Memorial Day to Labor Day, we see an uptick in crashes involving teenagers, a 26% uptick. A teenager is 3 times more likely to be involved in a car accident during this time frame. And last year we had 19 deaths across the state during this time frame involving teen drivers.
Repeat that statistic.
I mean, you're
19 fatalities.
19 fatalities of teenagers during this time frame. You're, 3 times as likely. Your teenage driver is 3 times as likely to be involved in a fatality during this time frame.
And a couple of those happened right here in our viewing area.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The sad thing about that, Mark, is it is so easily avoidable.
It is, and it's really easier said than done. I mean, parents have got to be proactive. They have got to look for opportunities to remind their teenage drivers about the dangers of having too many passengers in the car, of not wearing your seat belts, and texting and driving, and speed. Those are the 4 variables that you see an uptick during this time frame. Is you have kids going to the lake in the car, you got more passengers in the car, which is a major distraction during this time frame.
Everyone knows these, and everyone's got one. Everyone knows, see, Mark's got one right here. Everyone knows these are a very valuable tool. They can also kill you.
They can.
Behind the wheel of a motor vehicle, regardless of age.
In the blink of an eye. In the blink of an eye. Just checking one text for 5 seconds, 10 seconds, you travel the length of a football field going 55 miles an hour. And really, the stat that blows my mind is that driving drunk is safer than texting and driving. And we know how silly and stupid that is, to drive while you're intoxicated. Never should do that. But it's actually safer than driving when your head's down reading a text on your phone.
When you and I were growing up, we always heard the statistic, you can die behind the wheel in less time than it takes to sneeze. And now, that same kind of rule is applying to the use of these phones. It can kill you that quick.
And the teenagers are so locked into these phones, like we are as well. But
and they're invincible when you're a teenager.
They are, and they're young. And really, as a young driver, you really don't know what you don't know until you have to encounter it,
Couple of quick questions. We know the statistics thanks to Warren and Griffin. We know the dangers thanks to Warren and Griffin. How do we stop it? And I don't want to hear just the, well, you have to do this, you have to do that. Can you give us a specific about how to trim these numbers down?
When I was a parent and I saw a tragedy of a teenage death on the road, I took that opportunity to talk to my teenage drivers about what that family's going through. And how terrible that would be to have to bury a teenage driver if you're a mom and a dad. And stress to them the importance of how you don't want to put a family through that. And it's one way to turn a tragedy for one family that they'll never get over into a learning opportunity for other families to prevent further teenage deaths on the road. So you look for opportunities. If your kid is going out to the lake on a Friday afternoon and you know he is, you want to make sure that you limit the passengers in the car. You meet them at the boat. You don't drive them to the boat. You meet them there. Passengers, texting and driving, seatbelts also. Seatbelts. I saw a quote one time where a state trooper said he had never had to unclasp a seatbelted driver from a fatality, because seatbelts do save lives.
Another thing that Mark and I were talking about during a previous visit here on Let's Chat is, parents, you gotta have the ability to stay with the punishment that you inflict upon your kids, whether it's grounding them. God forbid, take the phone away from the teenagers. That'll get their attention.
This is a tool. This is a tool that parents can use, grounding them. You ground them from the phone. You take their phone away for 24 hours, I think that you'll see a change in their behavior.
You can also take away the car keys.
Absolutely.
For 2 days, a week, whatever. And you gotta stick by it.
Absolutely.
You can't go, that's
Absolutely.
okay for this one time. We'll let you slide.
You have to look for opportunities.
Stick
look
with
for
it.
opportunities.
We look for every opportunity to have you here. Thanks for sharing your
Chipper.
time and your expertise.
Thank you
Listen
for
to what
having
the man says, all right? You can find out more by checking out Chattanooga's preeminent 5-star law firm. That is Warren and Griffin. And Mark, the website is?
WarrenandGriffin.com.
One more time.
WarrenandGriffin.com. That's it.
We'll be right back after this.